Hello students, welcome to e-learning with Divine Public School Navsari. In economics, today we are going to start with fourth chapter, that is banking and monetary policy, as we have completed the three chapters. Now, in banking and monetary, we are going to learn today about evaluation of bank, that is how bank came up, how the word bank came up, how it has been established, where it is made, where the first bank was been established. Then after we are going to learn the different meanings of bank. Then after we are going to learn about classification of bank. So this is a three topics which we are going to learn today. Let's start with the first evaluation of bank. But like before evaluation, the word bank is very familiar to us, and if you see that our parents have tried to save some money and they have tried to put or deposit into the banks, so we are aware of banking system, everything which we are there, and we are in a digital era. We are using in our mobile phones digital applications like to pay some of the bills, etc. So you find that this bank help us to transfer money, it help us to deposit money, help us to get interest at fixed percentage for if you're having some lump sum money and you have kept for FD. So like this purposes, even not this is for the common people, but for the big peoples like businessmen, they help them for their investment, for paying their big amount of bills or investment in different institutions. So like that, this I think banks helps them going with their money to transform from one country to another country also. So this is how it is happening up. Even if a common people wants to purchase anything, they try to order it online, they try to pay it online, net banking system is there. You find that different applications also have came up where we try to use to pay from that, and we get some of the other benefits in the form of vouchers or cashbacks. So like these things which are happening up, and this all things are because of you find that technology as well as bank. So but we are going to learn in this chapter, that is about bank, how bank came up, why it has been established, for what reasons, and why today we are that the bank has today is that much successful. So all that things we are going to learn, and today's first one, that is evaluation of bank. In that, how does the bank came up? Now if you see in English language, the word bank means heap or mass. Now heap or mass does means only that it is in a larger quantity, it has a large quantity. So bank is is a place or a thing where you find there is a large quantity, but about what we can say, it is about the money. So large quantity of monies are been there. You find that even in different words like Sanskrit, the word akin to bank or the word related to bank is bhanda, which means that collection of capital or funds. So this word bhanda means what? That is it is a collection of funds. It is a collection of capital, or we can say it is a collection of money from all the different peoples. And that particular collection is called as what? Bhanda in Sanskrit. Same way you find that in English word, this word English, the bank word was been originated from the Italian word banca, the Italian word banca, or we can say a French word that is banque. So this either both of this or one of this which has been taken up to make the word bank. Now what does they mean? They mean that it means a bench for money exchange. Bench, or we can say table. It is a table or a bench for money exchange. A table where people try to exchange their money, like different currencies. In earlier times, if you go in the olden days, you find that European money lenders were there. In Europe, the money lenders were there, European money lenders, their money changes were there. People try to come from different countries and they try to exchange like foreign currency, how it is been exchanged in, like if you have rupees, you convert it into dollars, if you have dollars, you convert it into pounds, so on, like that. So that particular thing was been, so it was been done on a particular bench. People, money lenders used to set up their bench tables, and they used to sit there, and then try to they give the currencies of different, they have the different currencies, different countries currency, and they try to help the other people, who other businessmen, to convert their currencies so that they can use in a different countries. So this is how it was been happening. So it was happening in the European times earlier. Now this made exchange of money very well set up, and this exchange of money was being came up. Now So same way it is here. It is, we can say, European money lenders or money changers used to come. They used to go with different displays of coins, and they try to exchange the different countries money in a big masses or a big heaps, that is a large quantity, in a big quantities, on benches or tables which are been kept by the money lenders. So this is how it was been work, and this is how you find that the word bank came into the use. So because of the word banca or banco in French or Italian, that is in Europe, so European countries, so with this familiar word they originated the word bank in English word, nothing else. So this is how you find that the bank came up into existence. So first in English language you find it is a bank means large or a heap or a mass that is in a very wide quantity. In Sanskrit it is come from, it is known as bhanda, which means collection of capital, or we can say funds. Again you find that this word has been originated either for, we can say, banca, or French word that is banque, which means that it is a table or a bench for exchanging money. So this is how it has been, and it is mostly used in the European money lenders, where people try to go and they try to exchange their currencies. Different people comes from different countries and they try to exchange in European currencies. This was it happening up, and the word bank came into existence. But do you know where does the first bank establish? When does the first bank establish, and where was the first, which country it was been there? So the first real bank established in the world is the Bank of Barcelona. So Bank of Barcelona set up in Spain in 1401. It is, we can say, 600 centuries, sorry, 600 years ago. That is 6 centuries ago. You find that this particular bank was been established, and was first established in the Spain. That is Bank of Barcelona. Now this setup has changed. This setup has changed all the institution things in the world, and because of this particular thing came into existence, that is, people try to keep their money. People people started using that particular money, saving them, used to store in the banks, and they believe and they try to acquire interest for it, and they started working. Even that, because you find that previously in the earlier times, you have seen that in the previous chapter, money was not introduced, but money came into the existence, and it was a big measuring rod. Not only measuring rod, but it was able to measure, store, and it can be used in future also. So all these things were been there, and there was no, we can say, no adjustment was been there, no mutual adjustment of commodity should be done, because money came into existence. Everything has a measure value, everything has a store value, and it can be used for a future payment also. So these three functions help money to establish. And then after currency scheme, we have seen the types of money. So you find the different currency scheme. So here we find that people started using this bank. They try to keep their money, they try to use this money for investment, everything in the bank. So all the functions of money, like measure, you find that medium of exchange, storing value, standard deferred payment things were been done. As well as you find that the need of money became more and more as the time has passed, and money have been increased, as you find. So this is how it was been established. Even you find that today's world, our economic system has been dependent on money. So all the every country economic system is dependent on the money, and people started using money. they there arose a need for institutional arrangement for safety of money. So when people started using more of money, you find that people thought that, sorry, system thought that there should be some control over money, and there should be some safetiness should be given to the citizens, to the people's money. So that's why bank came up, bank was been established. There was an easy establishment of transfer system for money, how to maintain the value of money, does the role, how this particular thing will happen. So they established nothing but, we can say, banks. And banks used to play this particular roles, which was an aid for helping this particular peoples of different countries. So different countries, different banks was been established. So this is how it came up. So this is how the evolution of bank came up from there, and the first bank was Bank of Barcelona, which was set up in Spain in 1401. So this is how it satisfied the need of money, and this is how the money growed up as the people started using more and more use of money. Then after, let's study about the meaning of bank. How does the bank mean? What does the bank in general sense? What do you think? What is a bank does? What is the function of bank? So that is only the meaning we can say. It accept the deposits, that is the money which we are putting into the bank, that is deposits known in the bank language, and it gives what? Credit means nothing but we can say loan. So this is general concept of bank, which is none. So here let's start with the first one. The bank is that institution which provides service of banking. In a small simple words, it we can, if you want to if you want to just know the meaning or tell the meaning, you can say it is a bank is an institution. It is a particular organization, institution which provides what? It provides nothing but a service of banking. In banking service, you know that everything comes, that is transfer, storage, like you find that all this payments, bill, etc. comes of withdrawal of money, deposit of money, everything which you find in your ATM. When you just press the banking one, and then after you find that there are list of options which comes in your ATM. So that all are the functions of bank, we can see. Now another definition talks about a bank is an institution which is authorized to collect people's money, that is people's deposit, or it either be savings, with the proportion, with the purpose of lending those, like they have the authorization that they will take the money of people, and that money only will be lended to other people, those who are in need, under the condition for returning the same, returning that particular amount in the same when the depositor demands. Like this authorized institution will give the promise that whatever you have deposit will give back you the same whenever that particular depositor demands. That is a we individual, whenever demands the money from our account, that will be given to us. So this promise placed by whom? By the institution that is known as bank. So it is a institution which collects the money of the people, saving of the people, or we can say deposits of the people, and they try to lend this particular deposit to another people for whenever they need. As well as they also promise that whenever we require, whenever the depositor requires or demands the money back, they will return the same amount. So depending upon how much they want. So this is how it has been there. Now, the third definition, which is a bit broader than the second one, we can say a bank is a commercial organization. Now, why it is called commercial? Because they earn profit. It is a commercial organization functioning for profit, which people savings in the form of deposit. Means it is that, like, the people's money is been collected in the form of deposit, and they try to earn profit from the, how they try to earn profit? They try to earn profit by investing it. So and pays the us interest in return. Even they invest, they earn money, they profit, and from that they try to give a small percentage of interest. It ensures the safety of the deposit. The main thing is that it gives us the safety. It tells us that your money is being safe. That's why you find that your parents, your grandparents, from their older times only, they try to try to save the money in the banks, because it is very safer. It is the safest thing which you find, and mostly they try to save in the state bank only, that a government bank. So this helps them, this gives them the feel, it ensures them that their money is being safe. Now, as well as lend money to those from this deposit to the people who need the money by charging them with interest. Even those who require, now those who don't require the money, they want their money to be safe, they try to deposit into bank. Now another people who are in need of money, like businessmen, by different farmers or different persons who are in need of money, they will try to sorry, take the credit from the bank, or bank will lend them, bank will give them this credit facility, so that they can charge interest against that particular money. So our money is being given to the other persons, and that persons are being charged with higher rate of interest. So if you have seen commonly, like loan interest is more than the saving interest. So this is what is happening. So in between the gap, that particular gap, is nothing but a profit for the bank. So you find that it lends money from this deposits to the people who need it by charging them with interest. Now they invest the surplus fund for various sector for development of the nation. Even if suppose after doing that you find that money has been left over, excess money has been there, so they try to invest this money in the development of the nation, like in different projects of the government, so that you find that in future the the nation will get developed and they will acquire they will acquire good amount of fame plus name plus profit too. So all these things is been there, and that's why it is a commercial organization which earns what profit out of people deposits. So this is how banks earn money, and this is how banks functions all about, which is there in this broader definition. Now but it's very easy to understand. It is not complicated. Here it is in the short, but it is in a brief. How does it work? What is happening up, and what does it actually do with the surplus money? Also, it is given. So this definition is very easy to understand. If you remember the concept, and you are very aware of this bank, so it is very difficult to. Sorry, it is very easy to understand. It's not difficult for you to keep in the mind. So these are the three meanings which are been given up with the different meaning, means different words. So this is how is the meaning of bank is all about. Now let's go to the classification of bank. Now the bank has been divided into two types of bank. You find there are two types of bank, that is, we can say commercial banks, and you find that central bank. We are not talking about private and public, we are talking about commercial bank, and we can say central bank. Now let's study about the commercial bank. What is commercial bank? We have seen in the definition what is a commercial bank. It try to acquire the people monies as a form of deposit, and it try to lend this money of the people to another persons with charging higher rate of interest. And again that you find that the surplus money is been invested for the development of the nation. So this was the definition previously which we know, but let's study here what the definition says. Commercial bank is one which transact the business of banking, that is accepting deposit from the people for the purpose of lending, or we can say investment, repayable on demand or otherwise. Like if you are been demanding, then only they will pay you, if not. And withdrawal by check, draft, pay order or otherwise. Now this definition is given by the Banking Companies Act 1949. Now this is from that particular own companies act, like you find that. So what you find that it is one who transact the business. It is a particular person who, it is a not person, it is a particular organization which does the business activity of banking. Now what they do, the functions they do, like they accept the deposit of the people for, as well as they try to use this money for lending or investment for different peoples. Again they try to give us back the money on our demand or otherwise which requirement, as well as it gives us the facility to by withdraw that amount by check, either draft or pay order or any other means, or otherwise means, or any other means which we can. So this is the definition which is given by Banking Company Act, which is a little bit high words are used, but it is very easy to understand. So in this you find that the all the things comes, like people's money are taken up, it is used for lending purpose, investment purpose, and whenever we demand we get our money. Either if we don't want to go from bank, we can withdraw the money by checks, draft, pay order. We can transfer that money from one person to another by this checks or draft or money or different other means of thing. So this is how commercial bank is all about. Now commercial banks are only for earning profit, and it is for the people. It is for the people, and those who want to save their money and those who want to require money for investment or business purposes or personal purposes also. So this is what is commercial bank is all about. Now let's study and look for the second category, that is central bank. Now it says that central bank is an apex bank. Apex means topmost bank of a country, whose function is to aid means help, whose function is to help regulate and promote the entire money market and banking sector. It gives promotion activity, it gives regulation and helps to the entire market of money market as well as banking sector, as well as to maintain the monetary and financial stability over for overall economic good of the nation. So what it's try to do, you find that it try to maintain the price stability, it try to function. So here it is apex bank. Now what is apex bank? It is the topmost bank, that is we can say RBI. So it's talking about the RBI, Reserve Bank of India, or we can say it is a central bank, which is a bank of banks. Means this commercial banks, this private public commercial banks are there, their bank. Above that there is one bank, that is the apex bank, that is the central bank, and they, this bank try to help regulate and promote the entire money. So they try to go with doing all the necessary function with money, as well as they try to maintain the financial stability in the market, in the economy, you find it, so that our nation will grow in a proper way. So this is how it's RBI function. See here, RBI is not mean for profiting. RBI is mean for regulation of all the money in the economy of a particular country. So RBI is a, here you find that central banks are the apex bank, but we have in India, that is RBI. Other countries have different banks as a central bank. So but their functions are the same. So they try to go with building up the money, they try to make money, they try to use this money for the betterment of the nation, as well as whenever a commercial banks require money, they try to go with central bank. So all the things updates everything is by the commercial bank is given to whom, but to the central bank. All these are some of the functions which we are going to learn in a later on. But today here in this topic, that is only definition is been made. So it is a topmost bank of the country, which functions, which helps, which regulates, which promotes the entire money market. Money market stands like how the money is being supplied. Like there are different types of money market in the in our country, and that money which help us for investment purpose, help us for loan purpose, credit facility, different money markets are there. So different things which help us, which gives us money, that has been regulated. So that particular, even the banking sector, how it is working, so it try to look over the banking sector also, money market also, as well as they try to uh, go with stability of money. So money should be constant, then money should not depreciate, not appreciate, but depending upon the market situation it happens. So they try to overall control the money in the whole economy of a particular nation. So this is what the classification of bank has been done, that is commercial bank and central bank. Now there are the certain functions of commercial bank. Let's understand. You find that there are two types of function, primary functions and secondary functions, but this we are going to learn in the next topic. Just for highlight, we find that the primary function is what, accepting the deposit. Second is providing credit facility, like from our money we try to, bank will give money to the another persons, those who are need, they help us to payment or withdrawal facility, this function is being given to us. Then after credit creation is being done, loan creation is being done, as well as you find that interbanking transactions are also done. So these are our primary or basic functions of a particular commercial bank which is there. Let's study about the secondary function. The main secondary function, that is it becomes an agent or agency and utility services, means different use services are being given to us, it acts as an agent also. And lastly, it provides various facilities with changing time. As the time has passed, you find it is a digital era and came with different things which you find, like nowadays we try to use credit card, debit card, you find you use net banking. So all these things, as we find that time is increasing, the different forms of transactions are being provided by the bank to us. So all these functions we are going to learn in the next chapter. Just remember these points, and we'll study all these points in very detail in the next lecture. I hope you have been clear. If you have any query, you message or call me anytime, so that I can make you understand that particular topic very well. Till then, study, write the notes, find out the answers for the previous chapter. Also, if you find any difficulty in the previous chapters finding any answers, you can ask me also. Thank you for today.